So my name's Todd Ferrante. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I design or the story behind why I ended up on the team is sort of a long story. But um, what ended up happening was when I started my first job, it was at a company in Idaho, and I ended up going to a design conference in Chicago, and this would have been in 1993 or 1994. And at that conference, at big trade shows like that, they have a big floor like the ones where we had the pits and everything at the championship, and then they have sessions like they do in the rooms that are nearby, and you get a program of all of the different sessions that are going on. And in one of those sessions that was going on, and I was going to a bunch of those. One of those was Dean Kamen talking about this new idea that he had, which was doing first robotics competition. So it just kind of got tabled for years and years and years. So I, went through my career and worked. You work your way up to more responsibility and that kind of thing, and eventually ended up as a project manager or engineering manager at a company local to this area. And our company was an in-kind sponsor for Triple Helix because the head coach at the time was Matt Wilbur, and he was one of our customers. So a couple of years later, I ended up moving from that job to the job where I'm at now. And at NASA, as a contractor, you're only allowed to work, you're supposed to work 40 hours a week instead of working the 50 or 60 hours a week. I was working as an engineering manager where I was. And so I was able to, when I made that job switch, I got back a whole bunch of personal time. I ended up going to one of the competitions in Richmond as the sponsor's representative. Got to sit in the fancy seats and all that stuff. They got a little pass to wear, and it was like, oh, this is so cool. I definitely want to be involved with that. So that's when I switched jobs. That's what I ended up doing. But I didn't really realize at the time that how interesting and fun that is, and how rewarding that is. So it's sort of, I started it to do robotic stuff, and now I do it because it's just as much fun watching you guys come in, not really knowing a whole lot, and then being able to teach you, and then seeing you leave, all grown up and running things.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the biggest thing, is how rewarding it can be to work with people and teach them, because that's not something that I ever really did before. Not having kids, I never had that experience of, raising people up and, all that stuff that you teach your own kids when you're growing up. So this has sort of been my way of working with younger people and sort of being involved in their lives. Because as an engineer, you go to work and you sit in an office with a whole lot of people that are very much like you. They're very close to your same age. They're very close to your same education. They're all very similar. They're all interested in the same things. They all listen to the same music. Well, that's not true. So when you come here and you work with you guys, you're coming from every which way, and it's stimulating to be around people that aren't like you all the time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was great. Now
you can chop that up into little pieces and put it together.
We're gonna get the origin story of all of the mentors now. So you good?
Yeah.
You done?
Story, though.
Nice.